Hello world and welcome back to another emergency video. Now I'm going to be honest, I was originally going to talk about something that is actually entertaining, which I probably am still going to talk about it in the future, but I have to bring up this situation right now, because Twitter is somehow getting worse. So one rule that I ended up making to myself, because I ended up falling inside a rabbit hole that tons of people ended up falling into last year, and that is just constantly making fun of Twitter over and over again because the website just keep on getting worse. When I got bored of that, I made one rule to myself, and that is being I'm only going to talk about Twitter if they do something really bad. And guess what? They did something really bad. Something that's so terrible that there's a chance where if they go through with this decision, they can straight up get banned from the App Store and Google Play Store. And I'm not even saying that as a joke trying to be funny. And that is the change that they decided to make to the block feature. Now, I think we all know that every single social media site that exists has a feature for you to block other people. And that is something that is extremely good for multiple reasons. You know, if an account is just annoying to you and you don't want to see them anymore, you can block them. If someone is out there harassing you on social media, like constantly bullying you, or even in worst cases stalking you, boom, you can automatically block them and they cannot interact with you anymore. This is something that every single social media platform should have, and I know there's a lot of like brain dead people out there trying to say that, oh, social media platforms don't need a block feature, you shouldn't be blocking anyone. And if that is an opinion that you actually have, that is something that just makes no sense at all because you don't use the block feature, which is completely okay. There's a lot of people out there who don't want to block anyone on social media. That's fine. But there's other people out there who literally has to use this feature because they have to block accounts out there who are like harassing them or like trying to cause harm to them. Block features are needed, and it is something that is actually mandatory in a lot of Play Store's term of services, that if you have a social media site, it needs to be able to block people. Well, Twitter decide to go like, no, and change the feature. And this is their changes. So I'm going to go and read it out to you. Official Twitter engineer account ended up saying, soon we'll be changing how the block features work. If your posts are set to public, accounts that you have blocks will be able to view them, but they won't be able to engage, like, post, or retweet them, etc. Yeah, this decision is so dumb. I have no idea how something like this even got passed. So basically, blocking people are pointless. This update is a huge day for like cyberbullians, harassers, and stalkers. This is probably the most happiest news that they ever heard in their life, because now they can continue doing terrible things to people. It doesn't matter that they can't interact with them. The fact that they can see the post still is something extremely bad. This basically erases the whole purpose of you being able to block someone. Now, I think everyone and their mom knows why they're doing this. It's because of advertisements. If you guys don't know, on Twitter for an extremely long time, you are actually able to block advertisements. But back then when, tons of advertisements used to be on Twitter and Twitter used to actually make money, this was something that wasn't really that much of a big deal, so Twitter didn't really care enough to fix it. But ever since Elon started leading the company, as we all know, Twitter's is losing money rapidly and also losing users rapidly. So they need as much ads as possible. And since tons of people are just blocking ads on Twitter all over the place, no one is seeing the advertisements, which means no one is making money. So this is the main reason why Twitter is making this change. So it doesn't matter how much companies and advertisement accounts you have blocked, you're still going to have to see them. But because they ended up doing that change, they basically ruined the user experience for everyone else on the platform. But that's not the only terrible change that Twitter decided to do, because we also ended up learning that Twitter also changed their terms of services, saying that they are going to be using everything that you post on Twitter, whether that's being art, the content you post, and all your tweets, to train a AI. Their terrible Twitter AI Grok. Obviously, this is something that everyone is angry about, especially artists. I feel so bad for the art community, because these people just need to deal with stuff 24/7, whether that's people inside of their community being absolutely terrible. Like, I know not so long ago, a really big art YouTuber getting exposed to be as a groomer, which at this point, I'm not even that surprised to hear that information, but that's something terrible. And if people inside their community aren't being terrible, it's companies not respecting their work and trying to steal everything that they do so they can go and train their terrible AI. Twitter is just falling apart. And after everyone ended up hearing these two news, it kind of like broke the camel's back, and people are finally leaving Twitter and going to other social media platforms, which is something that's making me extremely happy because that's what people need to do. You know, Twitter's a prime example why competition is extremely important and why we need other social media platforms to exist, especially Twitter competitors. But thankfully, we do live in a time period where we do have two Twitter competitors, which people are moving to. One is being Threads, and there's also this brand new social media platform. It's not really new, it existed for like a couple of years now, but now it's becoming mainstream, known as Bluefire. This is another Twitter-like social media platform. It's way more better than Twitter, and a lot of people are moving there. I too also have a Bluefire account. I'm gonna go and link it in the description below, and I'm probably gonna post a community post about it too. So I do have an account there, and I do actually want to use it too. So if you guys want to go and follow me there, you can go ahead and do that. And I also do have a Twitter that's linked around, even though I barely even use it. I'm probably still gonna keep it up even with these changes, so if you want to go follow me there, go ahead. Either way, this is just a quick thing that I wanted to talk about. Twitter is absolutely garbage. Don't use it. It's poopy. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night.